Hey guys, so I thought it would be fun to do a summary video as to my personal top 5 benefits of fasting, and particularly dry fasting. Basically, as I've mentioned before, I'm not a medical professional, so don't attempt to fast or dry fast unless you know that it is right for you and you are consulting with your medical professional. But for me, these are my personal top 5 benefits that I've found from my experience with dry fasting. Okay, so here we go. So number 5 of the top 5 benefits of fasting is dependence on food and water decreases. Now that might be kind of self-explanatory, but that really is one of the great benefits of fasting, and particularly dry fasting. As I mentioned, like I said, I'm currently on a dry fast right now. And what I've found is after about the second or third day into a dry fast, you really notice that your desire for food decreases significantly. And also going into longer extended periods of dry fasting, also thirst reduces. And then after the dry fasting period, just in general, you find that you do need less food and drink than you normally did before fasting. So if you think about it, that's a really great thing, right? I mean, think of how much time is involved in, food if you are especially eating 2 to 3 meals a day, right? There's grocery shopping, and there's preparation of the food, and there's cleaning the dishes, and there's the time it takes to actually eat 2 to 3 meals a day. And really not having a need to do that and a dependence on food and water is just such an amazing freedom that comes from dry fasting. Okay, so number 4, the top 5 benefits of fasting is a need for less sleep. And on the flip side of that, not only do you need less sleep, but you also have more energy. So as I said, I'm on day 7 of a dry fasting period, and for the past couple days, I've only gotten less than 3 hours of sleep, and it feels completely relaxing, and I feel recharged when I wake up. So that's pretty amazing. I mean, think of how much, again, it's a great thing because you get more time and you also get more energy. So those are 2 great things in my opinion. So number 3 is I'm going to title Heightened Sensory Experiences and Appreciation of Nature. And it's a really amazing phenomenon. What I've found with my experience in dry fasting is that you just start to appreciate nature so much more. And it's a really beautiful thing because I'll actually find that it's almost difficult for me to stay indoors for too long when I'm dry fasting. I really, really want to be outside and just in nature. And I just appreciate everything so much more. I mean, I love the trees and the foliage and flowers. And one thing in particular in terms of sensory experiences is I've noticed that especially the olfactory system just completely opens up. And, the sense of smell becomes much greater. And also, smelling things like flowers and stuff like that really can become a very satisfying sensory experience. Almost as satisfying as, for instance, eating food. So that's a really interesting thing that I've found in my experience with dry fasting is that, your sense of smell just opens up and you just want to be in nature so much more. And it feels, wonderful. So that's number 3. Number 2 of the benefits of dry fasting are the many, many health benefits associated with this practice. So there are so many benefits, and you can look it up. They're all, scientifically documented and proven, but just to name a few, It's been proven that fasting can lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, lead to a healthier weight, increase your longevity, and reduce your risk for chronic diseases. So those are all really, really great, important things and reasons why you might want to look into learning more about fasting. So, okay, so number one is, for me, the mental clarity that comes with dry fasting. I found that in periods of fasting, I'm more focused, I'm more productive, and I have greater clarity. I've also noticed that I'm more decisive as well, because I just find it so much easier to see situations clearly. And really, when you think about it, it does make sense, because your gut is your first brain. And that's why they say, your gut intuition, go with your gut. All of those faculties are definitely increased with fasting. So, yeah, those are basically the top 5 reasons, or my personal top 5 reasons that I've experienced in terms of benefits of dry fasting. So if you think I maybe left something out, or maybe you have something to add to this list, or maybe you have an experience or a benefit that you want to share that's really, really important to you, feel free to leave that in the comments below. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.